Fucking spiders is what happened.
What do you mean
What?
spiders aren't canon? Spiders don't exist. I killed all of them.
No. See, we got we had to go raise Varric, so we went to that temple. I forget the name of it, but they were quite pleased to see us because apparently a couple of their members had gone missing in some snow-capped mountains. Tormund and Kurmar. And we eventually tracked him down to this drow hovel. And we did some recon, probing the tunnels with an arcane eye. And then deciding that swiftness was necessary. And so we deep struck in and decapitated their leadership within the first 6 seconds, leading to a resounding rout of their forces and the freeing of 67 captives, which is more than we planned for. Fortunately, as I said, we reconned the tunnel, so we should have a way out.
Indeed. And so we resume with the party, standing amidst the center of this underground chamber, pens full of the drow's captives, both hill folk and civilians from the towns surrounding Erlishala, and your feet surrounded by the bodies of the decimated drow and Grimlock forces. Oh, right, and Faradul lost his eyes in battle with a Horak.
Fucking spiders.
It's not a spider, it's like a giant grasshopper with a really evil mouth. And a sack on its back, full of eyes.
Really, you couldn't try to go for another ack sounding word there for the rhyme?
What, the Horak has a sack on its back?
Ah, no, okay, fair enough. You got me there. But
its mandibles go ack.
All right, well played.
Looks like you're gonna have to pick up the slack.
Well, I'm a giant alligator at the moment, so or crocodile. One of those.
Ack.
No, the Martians come later.
Right. And just to confirm, is Tormund and Kerman among our captives here?
I don't think they are. I think they died.
Did we confirm that? Like they died?
I don't think we personally confirmed that. I think the survivors said that they did.
You have not seen them. The survivors said that they had been taken to a different cave.
Okay, maybe. Well, they're probably dead. Yet to be confirmed.
Which other cave?
One a little deeper in past this chamber's opening.
So he's got to go a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
No, is it deeper or go shallower since we went deep first?
So these caves kind of steadily descend into the mountain. You guys are in a large, partly flooded chamber, and then there's still more tunnel outside of that, like picture a T-junction kind of going into almost like a sink trap, and it keeps going.
Ah, gotcha. Well, it's not that the amphibian can really speak at the moment, so yeah.
Amphibian, you were turned into a giant, I think, crocodile, weren't you?
Yeah, isn't that classified as an amphibian? Or am I misremembering?
Reptile.
Crocodiles are reptiles.
Amphibian would be frog.
Although there was at one point a large, I don't really know, it was a type of salamander that was actually the size of a crocodile and would eat stuff. This was back when Antarctica was in a position that was still sort of kind of warm sometimes.
Fair enough.
Walking with dinosaurs taught me that.
I didn't know you had a
Knowledge.
time machine.
Well, he's the DM. He's infinite, omnipotent, and omniscient.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Can I get my eyes back?
No.
Ah,
Alrighty. But what will you guys do?
Well, we need to go get those two guys. So I look at this rabble, and I tell them that we do need to, bring back Tormar and Kerman, one way or the other. So they really got two options. They can attempt to make their way out on their own, or they can sit tight here while we go to this other part of the mine to get Tormund and Kerman, and we'll meet back up with them to escort whoever's left back out.
They look at the pile of bodies of the dead drow and grimlocks, back at you, back at the bodies, and they come to the consensus they'd rather wait for you.
All right. Did the drow that we killed have any useful equipment on them?
I was just gonna say, pile of bodies got anything in it useful for our new guests? Arms and armament that they can use to hold this position while we go retrieve our targets.
Yeah, I believe there was about 10 kind of spiked bone clubs, couple of short swords, like 8. There's about enough weapons in this chamber to arm maybe about 24 people.
Well, we'll arm the 24 most able and have them hang out while we go deeper.
Alrighty.
Did they have anything valuable or magical on them? Especially that priestess-looking person?
I know that stuff has already been looted.
Okay, I couldn't remember if we'd looted them or not.
Yeah, I know at least some looting had been done. Although I think some of the people that were there for that part are not here now.
What, Burger and Thomas?
Yeah, I think they have some of the loot. One of them was like a +1 drow breastplate.
Well, Burger wouldn't take that. He's a druid. I don't know the full ins and outs of, but I thought he had good armor. Thomas's character.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's still better used by those guys than any of us.
Alrighty.
All right. Just checking that we did actually loot the stuff here. All right, let's proceed towards that tunnel with Tormund and Kerman.
Alright. You head out of this cave. Begin traveling a bit deeper in. You guys brought a light source, right?
Well, I have dark vision.
Dark vision. Barrel Duel no longer needs a light source.
He is a giant crocodile right now.
Yeah, but does it say it has night vision?
You don't have dark vision as a giant crocodile. I'm fairly certain about that.
Yeah. So
Really?
still kind of need a light source, yeah.
Sure.
It's not in the stat block that I have.
Oh, what's our current XP? Just so I know I'm on the level.
6417.
Oh, okay. I am not on the level.
Well, then I guess in that case, the one of the apprentice will just pull out a torch. Because they're also just humans.
Alrighty. Dean,
Yep.
just pull out your torches and proceed.
I'll scoot out ahead and take observational point.
And as you travel a bit away, you do find, especially as the light comes in and is able to illuminate it better, you do see smears of blood on the tunnel walls and floor up ahead, along with a severed arm. This one looking rather plainly to belong to a drow.
Oh, that's a good sign.
You guys just pressing on?
Is it holding anything? Does it have any rings on it?
Nope. Just a gauntlet.
Any like markings, tattoos, something that would serve as identification?
Give me an investigation check. There's a birthmark on the inner forearm. It looks like a banana.
Do we know what a banana looks like?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe they
I'll,
have
I'll
bananas in your world.
I'll squeeze a flask worth of drow blood out of the arm into a flask. Just kind of
Oh
like
yeah, that's right. You
you're
collection of blood.
juicing a lime.
Oh, we lost Pete.
Yeah, he's just away.
I'll take the gauntlet. Is it fancy or fantabulous, or just a mundane, boring gauntlet?
It actually is a rather nice one. Not like excessively nice, but whatever drow warrior this belonged to was at least a bit more showy, able to, at least high enough rank and wealthy enough that they could afford to be a little more ostentatious.
Okie dokie. Fancy drow gauntlet added to my inventory. I'll appraise it later. All right, yeah, moving on.
All right. And you guys can see up ahead as you kind of follow the natural turns and twists of the tunnels, a light, shifting multi-hue light, kind of reflecting through the walls of the cave.
Through the walls. The walls aren't opaque.
It
Through the tunnels on the walls?
like reflecting off the surfaces.
Gotcha. Just making sure, because if they're translucent, that leaves some, options for things that we might not otherwise have.
When the walls become translucent, Gilbert's getting with some fucking nonsense about to happen.
All right. Well, I'll put a hand up and signal the party to slow down a little bit, and then I'll scout up ahead, see what's causing the light.
All right, you walk ahead. You sneaking along?
Oh, absolutely.
Give me a stealth check.
Behind every blade of grass.
Indeed. You go creeping through the tunnels quite stealthily, eventually making your way to the stalactites and stalagmites at the opening to a larger chamber. You can see that this room is lit rather uncomfortably without any perceivable light sources. There's simply multi-hued light kind of shimmering throughout the room. The room itself is mostly empty, save for the occasional bit of fungus and a pit in the center. You can see set up around the pit looks to be a rope ladder kind of pulled up around a stalagmite, along with supplies, general storage type stuff. And at the far end of the chamber, opposite of this pit, is a door of darkened metal with a large insectoid carapace kind of embedded in the center, with chains stretching off of that thorax. Very much like the sigil you found on the drow.
Does it Oh, okay, so it's like a marking. Never mind. I was gonna say, does the insect look like it was magically put in there? Like, does it look too realistic? But no, it's just a banner. Okay. All right, I'll head back to the party. Intervin is gonna want to check this out. So I pull the come take a look at this cliche card out of my pocket and hand it to Intervin.
I hate that cliche. You step on a rock and your toe hurts.
Why do we even have these cards?
My deck of cliche things. I'm gonna make that magic item now. Hang on, I gotta write that down.
Deck of cliches, yeah, I'll need that. Have that on my desk by next week.
No, deck of cliche things, so it cadences with the deck of many things.
Well, you just use past tense, cliched things.
Yeah.
Used to assemble plots and quests.
All right. So, yeah, I go and take a look at this.
Yeah.
What's in this pit?
Let you know, I didn't get too close to the door. I only entered the room. I didn't.
Yeah.
On the other side of it.
What's in the pit?
I did look.
Yeah, I look over the edge of the pit when I walk in there. Like, there's a big pit in the room. What's in it?
You look down. It's a about 60-foot pit deep, 20 feet wide, and you can see sitting down at the bottom, glaring up at you, a pair of paladins.
You guys don't happen to be Tormund and Kerman, right?
That's us.
Ah. The woman at the temple, the priestess, she sent us to rescue you. You guys apparently got into a bit of trouble.
They look around at the pit. You think?
It's a pit. Did you not bring climbing gear?
You can see that they don't have any of their gear on them.
Oh, okay. Well, you said that they looked like paladins, so I'm picturing them in armor with weapons and shit.
I meant like they look like the paladins that were described to you.
Ah!
I should have been more clear.
Okay, so they look like they've been prisoners.
Paladins with their gear in a pit.
I don't know, people who don't expect to live very long?
Exactly. The tribe expected to live.
Anyway, I started lowering some rope down and handing off some to...
a rope ladder.
Oh. Well, I just lowered the rope ladder then. Say, well, can you guys just climb out then with this? Or do you need help?
No, we can climb.
Great. Yeah, we took care of the Drow leadership, and there's like 67 other captives that are waiting for our return before we get out of here.
They kind of look up at you as they're halfway up the ladder. Oh, well, shit. That certainly saves us time.
We do prefer to be thorough.
All right. And they get to the top. Start kind of looking around the piles of supplies for their gear. Eventually finding it, and they begin donning their armor.
Okay. While they're doing that, I kind of look at the door and it's like, so do you guys know what's behind this door?
It's some kind of border gate. The Drow use it to kind of mark off tunnels as theirs.
Oh.
Oh, so this is like a back door.
No. No, we haven't actually seen where they live. Gets on his grieve. No, just way to regulate traffic through tunnels.
Ah.
You know, prevent wildlife from getting through.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see if I can't whip up some magic about some of this stuff as I start doing a detect magic ritual.
All right. You begin your detect magic ritual, and about halfway through it, I need a deck save from everybody as the ground begins to shake.
How exciting.
Shake, rattle, and roll.
Well, I see Intervin, I see Rurik, I see Intervin's apprentices, I see Faradul. I'm not seeing Varric, Pork, or Porkchop.
Not
guys
seeing
here?
us for what?
A deck save.
Ah,
The ground is shaking.
It goes tinkle tinkle.
Mister.
that's movies.
Yes. What?
Deck save. The ground is shaking.
Oh no.
Your fault.
What was the rope ladder like a load bearing rope ladder and moving it disturbed the mountain?
Look, it pissed it off. All right.
In ancient prophecy, on the 748th time the rope ladder is thrown into a hole, the mountain will shake.
I don't think this cave is entirely stable.
All right. Well, Intervin, Faradul, and Intervin's apprentices all fall prone as they kind of lose their footing.
Do I have to make a concentration check on the detect magic ritual?
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
Indeed. You land flat on your ass. It's rather unpleasant, and you fumble the ritual.
Wait, when I hotcast it.
Yeah. Except I can't.
Oh, never prepared.
Yeah, because wizards don't need to prepare rituals to do them as a ritual, but hotcast them they do. So I resume my detect magic ritual.
I'll stand by him to aid if the ground rumbles again.
All right.
Since I actually have balance.
Alrighty. Yep, you guys try again. Hear the paladins grumble about the ground quakes again. And you finish your detect magic ritual. Yeah. This entire chamber is suffused with magic.
Any particular school?
No.
All right. Is there any magic coming from the paladins?
No.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. As I like sit there looking at all this stuff. Is there any reason why the drow would keep you guys in a magically active room? I asked the paladins.
Okay, give me 1 second. I forgot I put all my dice away for house showings. 1 moment. No. No idea.
All right. Do you mind if I cast Identify on you guys? I asked the paladins. Just in case the drow decided to attach any nasty surprises, and that the magic I'm seeing is just like a trigger.
Sure.
Okay. I do an Identify ritual on one of them, and then the other.
You're not detecting any magic.
So they're not affected by any spells or anything like that.
Correct.
Okay. Nah, I mean, I just kind of shrug. Trying to think if there's anything else. Let's see. I know what I want to do then. I said, okay. One last check, and then we should be safe to go. As I cast locate object, attempting to locate Tormund's corpse. Is there such an object within 1,000 feet of me?
There is no such object within 1,000 feet.
Excellent. Well, that was the last spell to cast. We're good to go, guys. As I just turn and start leaving. Paladin's probably thoroughly weirded out.
Indeed, they are rather baffled. Their Arcana skill isn't great. They don't really know what you did other than it was some kind of wizardy bullshit.
Uh-huh.
Such is the way of
gonna
mages,
go.
after all.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You guys just met him. You haven't lived with him.
All right. You guys step out of the magically infused room and continue up the tunnel back to the cavern that contained all those prisoners.
Yeah. And as we meet with the party, I just kind of, point like a thumb over my shoulder. Hey, guys, look what we found.
Blessings to you, my good children.
As I just kind of, like, stage whispers and decide, and you thought I was the weird one.
I never said you were weird. I just said they don't have to live with you. All right. Well, bus is leaving. Everybody get on.
Yep.
I look at the
we have-
crocodile. I don't think we will all fit.
Do we know a general direction of out?
Well, yeah, I sent in an RK9 mapped the tunnels.
Oh, okay.
It's just that, well, our characters made notes on the tunnel system and the most efficient way to get out. Gilbert has not shared such a map with us.
Okay. So we don't actually have a map.
Correct.
All right.
But I believe our party would just lead our party in front with Tormund and Kerman, and then followed by the unarmed prisoners, with the armed prisoners acting as the rear guard. And we'll just follow that known most efficient path to the exit.
Yep. And I will cloak up and go out in front, dragging behind a piece of string for Intervin to play with.
Alrighty.
And as you do that, I am going to cast a spell on you.
Okay.
As I cast Enhance Ability, Cat's Grace.
I figured. Yeah. That way I have flat rolls for my stealth because of my armor.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yep. So take turn invisible, then spool out a bit of string and hand it to Intervin, so he's got it tied around his hand or something, so he can feel when I tug on it.
I really have it kind of knotted along like the sleeve of my robe, so that I can get rid of it quickly if necessary.
Yeah.
And I'm not putting myself in a position where if you fall down a pit, I'm not going after you.
I've only done that one time. But yep, so then I'll go out ahead along the best path, and first time I encounter something, tug on the string so they stop moving and quiet down, and then I can assess.
Alrighty. And you said you're sneaking how far ahead? Because remember,
Well,
this is a group of like 67 people. The party.
yeah. Let's say 150, as long as the tunnels aren't too twisty and turny.
They do begin to kind of straighten out when you're in the back, but they get twistier and turnier the further towards the surface you get.
Okay. But not enough that an invisible piece of string would be much of an issue threading along there.
Probably not, as long as you're being careful.
I mean, I do have rope that would also be invisible when I turn myself invisible. So I could use that if it was a big issue.
No, it's not.
But then yeah, so 150, and just to maintain a good scouting girth with invisibility and enhanced dexterity.
All right, you go creeping through, and as you're doing so, you creep up a hallway, step into another chamber. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I forgot to ask for your stealth check. Stealth check.
Oh, also that stealth check that I made in the prisoner chamber, that should have been at disadvantage. I always forget that I have padded armor on.
Oh yeah, the padded, yeah.
Yeah, so that's just a flat roll, but I
Yep.
did mistakenly not roll at disadvantage when I was fighting the paladins.
It happens. Yeah, you sneak into this chamber, and as you do so, you notice that it is dead silent. Like there is zero echo. the walls just seem to absorb all sound, even the slight amounts that you're making. You don't even hear your breath.
All right, that's strange. I mean, I've been in and out of my fair share of caves, and I've never seen one that does this, have I?
Probably not.
Okay. Well, is the terrain the same?
Very similar terrain. Looks like the tunnels were hewn out of like water moving through stone, stalactites, stalagmites, and
Okay.
you do see kind of like having strapped himself to one of these stalactites, a drow, well, for lack of a better word, sniper, watching the tunnel opening at the opposite side of the chamber. Basically, you can see his back.
Okay, so he's watching what would be the entrance area.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're coming from the back of the caves. Okay. Well, I want to take a closer look at the ground surrounding me and see what the hell is absorbing the sound, because that's not natural for rock to do.
All right. Give me a, I guess, investigation check. Stone cunning would apply. You don't know of any stone that could possibly be having this effect. You're a dwarf. Everything you know about caves and enclosed spaces would indicate that there should be an echo. Sound should travel. The effect is likely magical.
Okay. All right. And from our previous encounters with the drow, have we encountered any that are clothed or look similar to this sniper?
Previous encounters?
Well, we fought them, didn't we?
Yes. Approximately 45 minutes ago.
Yes.
When you slaughtered them all.
Yes, I myself, the player Jacob, was not here for that.
Right. That's
Rourke
right.
was
That's
here
right.
for that fight, though.
That's right. I forgot.
So I'm asking, did we fight one of these before? And my main goal question is, how healthy is he?
Okay, I got what you're saying.
Can I take him out with a couple shots, or should I get the party and just nuke him?
This appears to be a relatively experienced warrior, given by the fact that he seems to be entrusted with better equipment.
Okay, then yeah, I'll do 2 tugs on the string and start walking back to the party. Like, obviously, Intervin probably would have stopped once the string went slack. So, 150 feet away. But then, yeah, I'll relay the information, say it's a more experienced looking guy. I don't think I could take him in a single shot, so figured get our... And the room was oddly quiet, Intervin. You'd be intrigued by it.
Like walking into a silent spell field.
Was that similar effect, Gilbert, or something different?
Similar effect.
Yeah, probably.
I would just try to, like, well, if he's in a kind of a ranged, hidden position, makes sense.
He's looking the other way.
As a way to conceal his position even further, so sound of firing his crossbow, for instance, won't give his position away. Sure. We should just go in there and take him out. He won't be able to hear anything, so we don't even have to be concerned about our approach. Just douse the lights.
Yep. So then I'll just resume, but stay, what, 30 ahead maybe? asking you, Intervin, for your input.
I'm sure I'm like, I wasn't going, like, literally, as long as we douse the lights, he can't hear us coming. So we can just walk right up to him and do something like, cast Tasha's hideous laughter on him.
Do we have need to interrogate these guys?
To what end?
That's what I'm asking. To what end do we need Tasha's hideous laughter on him? Why can't we just put an arrow between his eyes?
Because that might not kill him, and Tasha's hideous laughter will disable him while the rest of you, rip him limb from limb.
True.
I prefer my enemies unable to fight back.
Or raise an alarm if they have some magical means of communication outside of the silence field.
I look back towards where the Drow leadership was. Yes, raising an alarm. That would be bad.
Oh, there could be more of them. Anyway, let's proceed.
All right. So, yeah, he goes like 30 feet in front. Is he able to tell like where the exact edge of this silencing field begins?
Yes.
How far is it from him?
Who's him?
The target.
The target.
The edge of the
20
silence
feet.
field to him. Oh, perfect.
So he's centered in it?
So I get within 30 feet of him and cast Tasha's hideous laughter targeting him. Was safe.
There we go.
Yeah, he's finding everything real funny. If he was concentrating on silence, he's incapacitated.
Silence remains up. Well,
Okay.
I should say there is still silence.
Right. Fair enough. All right. His eyes kind of wave everyone forward. Deal with him, I guess.
Pew pew.
Yeah, with you lot and the sheer action economy, there's no way he's surviving.
1 round, he would be dead. Probably 2 or 3 turns.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. You guys completely massacre this drow.
All right. I take his stuff.
All right.
Is
Studded leather, a small buckler shield, a short sword, and a heavy crossbow.
Any of his stuff magical?
Nope.
Ha, that's weird. So I go to like the dead center of the silence field. Is there an object there?
Nope, just open cavern. Kind of surrounded by stalactite and stalagmite.
Light or heavy?
Heavy.
Huh. Well,
Anyway.
yeah, not our problem. Well, let's continue.
Oh, I'd like to take a spear and mount the body up facing into the cave.
Okay.
Just a parting gift.
Oh, the pile of dead bodies in the other room wasn't enough of a parting gift?
No, this is more of like also, haha, gotcha. They deal with all that, then they go to leave, and it's like, oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, onward. Resuming 150.
Mm-hmm. You guys continue, following the path of your arcane eye, occasionally hearing voices down the other tunnels. At one point, is seeing a quartet of drow warriors passing by, talking about who caught the healthiest looking slave, who got the best shot with a crossbow. Classic drow type ambient conversation. Keep making your way to the next chamber. This one, dimly lit. And you can kind of feel the air humming as you approach the threshold to this cavern.
All right. What do my dwarf eyes see?
An empty chamber, other than the apparent effects that seem to be hitting you.
What's the light source of the dim lighting?
There isn't one.
Okay.
The room is simply dimly lit.
1 second, I gotta restart my headset. All right, com check.
I hear
Okay.
you.
All right. No, it was my audio on my end, not my mic. I had buzzing and crackling all of a sudden out of the blue. Okay. Well, I guess keep going. There's nothing in here. There's nothing I can see. Well, I mean, I'll stop and take a look around to see if I see anything that I might have missed, just not, casually glancing.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Standing at the door looking around.
All right, you go poking around the chamber.
Well, I'm standing at the door observing the room. I'm not walking around inside of it.
Okay, well then you see nothing new.
All right. Well, 2 tugs go back to the party. 30 feet ahead, bring the party this way.
All right.
Might I trouble you for an empty room, Intervin?
I'm fresh out. Sorry.
Shucks. Well, just as luck would have it, I happen to have found one. Would you be interested?
No, it looks used.
Is this lighting technique similar to that? What was the pit prison?
You mean where the room is just illuminated?
Yeah.
With no source?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they could have different types of invisible lights.
Is there a pit in this room?
Nope.
All right.
So we didn't circle back.
This is the way out, right?
Yep.
Did I see this room when I came in through the arcane eye?
Yep.
And it was lit up this way?
Yep.
All right, let's move on.
All right. Well, I will proceed cautiously through the room.
All right, you proceed cautiously through the room. That kind of tingling sensation rippling through your body. And you make it to the other side.
All right. Well, then back to 150.
All right. You continue down or I should say up the corridors, reaching a junction. This one, I assume you would have communicated everything that you saw in the Arcane Eye scouting mission?
Yeah, I drew a map for the party. Like, it's a rough sketch, more like a node diagram than in like a cartographic map. But, enough to know, when you come to, a room with 3 exits, which one do you take? He would know that.
Right. And you know that up ahead in this next chamber is marked that there are 2 Horak in that room. This being the last chamber on the route before you get to the actual exit tunnels.
Okay. Well, I'd communicate through the string for the party to move up. No sense me walking all the way back to walk all the way back. I'm just tugging the string like 3 times. Come here.
All right, we move up on him.
That was the wrong key. Yes, we do move up.
All right. You guys move up.
And then I'll point out the chamber ahead and be like, ain't those buggy things in there? Probably should fight them as a group.
Yeah. Yeah, good point. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Is ready. Or the alligator just kind of shrugs. Crocodile.
Excellent. Fireball. Right into that chamber.
You want me to go check first?
Nope, he's checking with fireball.
We are reconning with frag grenades.
The best kind of reconnaissance.
What happens, Neil? The wizard scout.
Fail and pass. 24 points of fire damage.
All right. Well, let's get that initiative rolled.
I bet they were surprised by that.
DM 1 and 2 are going on the exact same turn. All right, Isha.
Hang on, I need to... Let's see there. Isha... What spells does she have left? She is going to... Like, we can see the exit that these guys are coming out of, right?
You do not see them. You do see the cave.
Right, we see the entrance to the room where they would be coming from.
Right.
Well, she is going to hold a ray of frost to hit the first one that comes out.
Okay.
That's all she does. Like, she's in the back of the group, so...
All right. Varric. Varric. Mister.
Yes.
Your turn.
I bless the blind almond farmer, the well shit. I bless myself, the almond farmer, and the pork chop.
Sure.
You've been given a title. You're now the pork chop.
The pork chop. Careful, you get too appetizing, it might eat you.
The pork
Oh.
chop.
Dinner.
And that's it.
All right. These guys. Well, they done diddly did been explodificated. I don't like that. They come scurrying around the corner.
Well, you should blast that one right in the face.
Left side or right side?
Whichever one she saw first.
Okay, we'll go with left side.
Well, yeah, whichever one's DM1, because I guess that guy technically moves first.
Yeah.
Does a 14 hit him?
No.
Still their turn. That was just her held action.
Mm-hmm. And then these two are going to launch themselves forward 20 feet on their rear limbs, heading for... who is in the front again?
I'm invisible.
I mean, it would have been our front liners, so that would have been Fair Duel and Pork Chop.
Do we want to put the giant crocodile up front?
Yes.
You can.
Okay, fair enough.
Like we,
All right.
like we had a small discussion. Like, he's like, hey, there's these things, and they're like, yeah, we prepare ourselves, and then fireball.
Indeed. So these guys will actually leap at the giant crocodile first, since it's the easiest target. And kind of takes up a good chunk of the hallway. So let's see here. So, do those hit the big crocodile?
Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four hits.
Okay. So the first two, and then... So 1, 2, 4, 5? Right?
1, 2. Correct.
Man, you lucky son of a bitch. Only the claws are getting you. As you take 18, 18, 25, 16. It's piercing? Piercing damage.
Ow.
And... yeah.
The
Indeed.
giant crocodile looks fucked up.
Indeed. They are just slashing into your face. Well, that's these guys. Faradul.
I'm going to attack one of them. Alright, so we're going to do 2 attacks.
One hit.
All right, so that's the bite. Excellent. Ooh. All right, so he takes 16 piercing damage, and then the target is grappled. Until the grapple ends, the target is restrained.
Oh. Alrighty. Intervene.
Excellent. So one of them's restrained and the other is not?
Uh-huh.
Well, the one that is not restrained, I'm giving the hose.
Hit.
So it takes 19 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need a strength save. Well, it's not knocked prone. I do back up a bit. It probably was not liking that. That is all.
Alrighty. Rourke.
I think so they started moving towards the party. Could I move back the way they came?
You want to creep up?
I want to go behind them, essentially. Like they attacked the crocodile, but I'm invisible.
I gotcha. Alright. That's going to take a bit of movement because the crocodile is occupying the majority of the passage.
Yep. How much do I need?
Let's see. What's the size of the giant crocodile, Faradul?
Size. I do not have. Oh, huge beast.
Okay, so that's about 15 feet of difficult terrain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
about
how much?
30 feet movement would be required to get through his space to the other side.
Okay, then go 20 more. I'll dash.
All right. You go dashing. And what's your passive?
25.
All right. You do notice that the Horak that isn't being held in the jaws of the crocodile, its head twitches and kind of tracks your movement as you run by.
Yeah. I'm guessing they have short range blind sense.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'll shoot the one that was tracking me because don't plan on staying invisible this whole time. So the non-grappled.
Not restrained, yeah.
Yeah. Do I have an ally in melee?
Yes, the giant crocodile.
All right, and I can shuffle one of them twos. Never mind. It was just fine.
Indeed. Alrighty. Pork chop.
And I am now visible.
Okay. How far is the? How far is it?
Which one?
The one that Feridel just attacked, or sorry, the one that Rourke just attacked, rather.
That one is 15 feet away.
Okay. As long as I'm... Actually, no, it doesn't matter anymore if I'm melee with it.
Welcome, Thomas. Welcome to the shit show.
How's it going?
It's going good.
There's a chance that more people might be losing their eyes tonight.
Ooh, we love that. Oh man, multiple net ones. These are ranged attacks, by the way.
Yep. Well, there's really only one thing it could be hitting. It's the crocodile.
Ah, well, that crocodile is going to get fucked then.
Aren't you blessed?
Oh yeah, I am, but it doesn't matter.
That won't change the net ones.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's only the crocodile then.
No, 22 also hits. So it's 2 on the crocodile, 1 on the Horak.
Right. We'll just roll them in order then.
I don't want to get hit.
Too late for that, I'm afraid. That is 16 slashing damage to the crocodile.
Right
And
in
the-
your hindquarters.
And the crocodile's dead.
All right.
Reverting back to a blind Faradul.
Do I still have like the Horak? Like, am I still biting it?
Then that is 20 to the Horak.
No.
Oh.
I don't think you want to taste this thing.
I don't
Never
suppose.
said-
I don't suppose turning from a large creature into a medium creature causes him to not be in melee anymore and thus no longer the target of the second net one.
I mean, he could hit me with it.
It's true.
I'm on the other side.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
All right, you're taking the other one then.
Okay.
I like this. First one hits the crocodile. Crocodile dies. Second one hits the Horak. Third one goes through the space where the crocodile was and hits the teammate.
Yep, that is
Wouldn't that be
13.
15?
No, that's 13. This is an offhand attack.
Ah. I had already written. I was expecting it to be.
Nope. Yeah, my third attack does slightly less damage because I am not a. I don't have the dual wielder feat.
It tickles.
And that's it.
I mean, hey, you got me down to double digits. It's really not that hard. I have 102 health.
With double digits. All right. Anything else, Pork Chop?
No.
Umtar.
Can I get both of these creatures in a 10-foot radius without hitting allies?
What's the spell?
Shatter.
Is that just a point within range?
It's a sphere centered on a point within range.
But do you have to see that point?
Nope, point of your choice.
Then yes.
Excellent. Then I need con saves from those guys.
Alrighty.
Fail pass. 16 thunder damage, pass for half.
Alrighty. Getting dinged up.
That was also loud.
Indeed. This part of a good chunk of stone splits. Bits of stone spalding, bouncing around. Alrighty. Varric. Varric.
It almost takes three.
Mister.
Give him a third.
Mister.
What? I'm here. Yeah, what?
Your turn, your turn, your turn.
Sunday.
I have the power.
How many are left?
He even said it 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
All
I'm not gonna do that. What I'm gonna do is I've already got myself, Faradul, and the pork chop blessed, right?
You do, and that's concentration.
Yes, I know. I am going to bond Rurik, Introven, and Fea together. So they get a D4 as well, which is not concentration.
And we can teleport to each other.
Yes, and y'all can teleport to each other. That'll
To
probably
take
help y'all
attacks,
the most.
but
The ability to teleport around. Like Fea can teleport if.
well, isn't it to absorb an
or
attack
Rurik
though
or Kit.
specifically? It's a reaction to absorb an attack, correct?
Yes, it is. I believe exactly. Let me see at this level. It is enduring bond. Yeah. Now it protects within range. When one is about to take damage, another bonded can use its reaction to teleport and take the damage, but they'll have resistance to it when they take it. They
Neat.
gain resistance to that type of damage. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it's kind of stormy. I didn't know if it got through or not.
All good. Are you doing anything else or no?
No, that's it.
Fea.
What about Isha?
Fea rolled a dish.
Fea goes before Isha.
Oh, I completely missed that.
Don't worry. I was about to say Isha, and then I'm like, wait, Isha's not spelled Feya.
Alright, get mad, charge at the enemy, and deliver punishing blows. So, 2 d20s plus 9 plus d4.
Under, could you roll that? 2d20 plus 9 plus d4. For 2d20s, 2 attack rolls.
Plus 4 plus what?
Plus 9 plus d4 from Bond. So one of them is a.
So I guess whichever one needs it.
Don't matter. They both hit.
Alright. So it's 2d8 plus 7 times 2.
Oh, damn. Chopping into the big bug.
And that's it for now.
Alrighty. Isha.
Well, can Isha still fit a shatter on them without hitting allies?
Yes.
Then she does so. Con saves. They both pass. Taking only 6 points of thunder damage each.
Alrighty.
That's it.
DM1 is looking rather fucked up compared to DM2. Not quite bloody, but distinctly more damaged. These guys. Well, DM1 is going to go after Fea. 19, natural 20, 23.
Well, the 19 and the 23 hit me, but the nat 20 hits his ally.
All right. All right. 23 points of piercing damage as the claw strikes you. Oof. A good whopping strike against his own compatriot insect as its talon disappears through a fog of clouds. And now, the mandibles. Oh, I should clarify. You are grappled by the first claw that hit you.
Rude.
Indeed. And now the mandibles, which hit. So 40. Oh, fuck. I actually used the mandible damage to the claw. Whatever. That's something to correct in the future. Here we are. So that is 18 points of slashing damage as its horrific jawed mandibles begin slashing at your head. And I need a dexterity saving throw from you as its inner mandibles and disgusting mouth orifice try to bite out one of your eyes.
All right.
Dex save.
D20 plus 5, I think. Do fighters get dex?
Nope.
No. So it's
They
just a
don't
plus
have
one.
proficiency.
So, D20 plus 5, you said?
It's 20 plus 1. Plus D4.
That does not succeed.
Plus a lucky. So reroll it.
All right, reroll that d20. So plus 1 plus 1. A 7. Can you do anything to that?
Can I use lucky again?
Can you? Let me check.
Because I feel like permanent maiming is something lucky multiple times if necessary.
Let's see. Let me see. Before the outcome, you choose which of the d20s is used for the attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. You can also spend a lucky point when an attack roll is made against you. And then choose whether the attack uses the attacker's roll or yours.
It's a Schrodinger. It neither says yes or no to that question.
Indeed.
I mean, like, it resolves the lucky stack.
I mean, in all honesty,
Yeah.
we can wind back time a little bit and I'll use bonded.
No, we're not winding back time.
Wow.
I think, to my recollection, we've generally, when lucky's been used, it's usually a one and done. So I think we'll continue to run it that way. It's been a while since we've been in this situation. All right. So 7 fails? Or I should say, is that what you're
He
going
still
with?
gets to
10
pick
or
which
7?
one.
Yeah.
He has to pick the 10, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the higher one.
All right. It bites out your right eye.
Oof.
Ah,
Oh my
Indeed.
God.
It is horrifically painful. Scooped it right out with its disgusting mandibles.
That's so bad. This thing is just. We're gonna be at a blind party here. The fuck?
DM2. DM2 is actually its closest target. It's gonna spring at. Well, actually, could go after Faradul, but it sees that Faradul has no eyes, and so it's going to go after Rurik.
$20 away.
Yep, it's got the movement speed.
Okay. I was just making sure that you didn't think I was in melee.
Nope. No, it's like straight springing at you. Big old grasshopper leap.
All right.
26, 25, 20.
I'll hit.
Okay. Here are the claws. 20
Okay.
and 19 piercing damage as it grapples onto you. And then the man-sized bug takes its mandibles and bites your head. So let's see. That's the... So it's 48 plus 4. That is 17 slashing damage, and I need a dexterity saving throw from you as it tries to eat one of your eyes.
Rise.
It is exceedingly frustrated by the fact that it cannot bite out one of your eyes right now. Well, that's its turn. Faradul. The world
Okay.
is dark.
Yeah.
Sound echoes through the cave.
All right, well, I'm just gonna. I hear the sound of the one that I bit as the crocodile going off like that away.
Yep. And then you hear the sounds of battle like right near you. Sounds like Fea charged in.
Fair. So yeah, that's probably closer. So less chance to fuck it up. So I'm going to attack that away.
Okay.
So I have to roll at disadvantage.
Yep, 2d20, KL1.
Well, actually, first I rage, so that'd be 3d20. All right, and then I am blessed, so I have that, and then that. All right. Oh, derp.
What?
I didn't roll that correctly. Need 2d20.
Roll d20, keep the lowest one. Rolls once for each. All right.
Would be convenient, but now, yeah.
That is 2 hits.
I'll take the 2 hits.
I was gonna say almost the exact same outcome too.
Yeah, so convenient.
The first hit better. The second hit slightly more off the mark, and the third hit better.
Really, actually, it would have been better if just keeping the first set of rolls. What is it? Fate protects fools, blind men, or something like that?
Apparently.
That'd be 31 magical hammer damage.
You can't see this, but everyone else can. That Horak is bloodied.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. Intervene. Intervene. You can
Alrighty.
see each Horak, the bloodied one, grappled onto Fea and having bitten out one of her eyes. The other one having tackled Rurik and is currently wrestling with him, trying to take his.
Well, that's no good. One of them's bloodied.
Yes, the one grappling with Fea.
Well, I'm going to give that one the hose.
Miss.
All right, well, I'm going to back up and, make sure that I keep well away from these things.
What, the spellcaster wants to keep his eyes so he can keep casting spells?
Yeah.
My word.
That's it.
All right. Rourke.
Well, I have a new friend that's giving me a hug.
Sure, yeah.
I'll take a stab at its ribs, or whatever, its abdomen,
Thorax.
thorax, yeah.
Yeah, it's head, thorax, abdomen. We have the
All
same
right.
structure. Head, rib cage, abdomen. The rib cage being the thorax.
Well, and since I'm not going anywhere, most likely, considering I'm grappled and don't have the strength to fight this thing off, I'll aim my shots. Am I rolling flat or?
You're not restrained.
Oh, I thought it
What,
was
wait.
restrained. Okay,
No, you're just grappled. What's the weapon you're
Gotcha.
using?
rapier.
All right, yeah. So you're attacking at advantage. Yeah, that hits.
I'll re-roll that one. $29 piercing.
Indeed, you run your rapier through its body. You can actually see it partly sticking out its back inside the sack full of eyes.
Excellent.
It hisses in pain and anger at you.
Excellent. That'll be it.
Pork chop.
Okay, is there one left or more?
There's two. One's
two.
bloodied. That's the one grappling with Fea. The other is just injured and actually. Yeah, no, this would just be injured. Grappling with Rourke.
All right, I will try to knock off the one grappling Fea, by which I mean kill it. Does a 16 hit?
Nope.
Damn. Now that I think hits.
That hits.
$20 slashing damage against that one.
Even more bloodied.
And another hit, I think.
Indeed.
15 slashing damage to that one.
It is near death.
Almost got there. That's it for me. Oh, I keep forgetting to roll my bless. Can I roll that for the first attack? See if that would have hit.
What was the first attack roll?
It was a 16.
Yeah, roll it. Hit.
Really? All right.
Damn.
Yep.
You shouldn't have told me to roll it if I only needed a 1.
It was the dramatic reveal.
Yeah.
Well.
He knew
17
the outcome.
more slashing damage.
Very near death.
All right. Now I'm done.
Fea, you can see this thing has an axe, like right in the joint between its head and thorax carapace. Very nearly was decapitated.
Yeah, I mean, I threw 3 axes at it. I don't know if they all get lodged in there.
They just hit the first axe get lodged in, and the next you just hit the axe deeper and deeper.
Yeah. There's like a tree of axes growing out of it, each one going into the handle of the previous one.
Alrighty. Amtar.
He's gonna firebolt the bloodied one.
Hit.
18 points of fire damage.
Spicy.
Yeah, this thing's clicking its mandibles. The firebolt goes right into its mouth, and, well, the fire spreads through the insides, blowing the sack of eyeballs apart in a spray of flame and viscera. This thing falling limply to the ground, its limbs twitching.
No, my eye! I was gonna recover that.
Good shot, Amtar. Varric.
How many of them are left?
The one grappling with
The bloodied
Rurik.
Rurik.
Bloody.
I am going to blast it. Blast. Let me see how to do that. Oh, I gotta make a spell attack.
Yeah, Gilbert, I took 59 damage.
Oh yeah, good point.
Or 69 damage.
He said the funny sex number.
Shit.
What were you doing?
I was casting Guiding Bolt. So do I roll damage and blast Rurik or not? It's your call.
Well,
Ranged attack is how we rule
real
it.
question. How far in the back were you?
I haven't moved yet since combat started, so
All right, so that's 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4 target. That's 4 possible targets. Roll me a d4. That's Fea. You shot Fea.
Ouch!
All kinds of
Roll
friendly fire
damage.
today.
16 points of radiant damage.
Radiant. I'm weak to that.
And the next attack against you has advantage.
One of the twitching legs of the dead Horak that bit out your eye, Fea, kicks you really hard in the shin, dealing no damage. Okay. Anything else, Varric?
And then the glow vanishes?
Yeah.
No, I'm good for now.
Fea. Blood is pouring out of your eye socket. You're in a lot of pain, presumably.
She's raging.
Yeah. Big and charge towards the remaining monster.
Alrighty. Okay. You doing anything?
I can add the bond to the first one.
All right. D4. Indeed, that hits your great sword, finding a weak spot and cleaving into its filthy arthropodic flesh. Ooh,
Reroll
good
the
hit.
one.
It's bloodied. It's more bloodied. Anything else?
Action search.
Oh, alrighty. You doing anything with that 13?
Can add lucky point. Reroll it. Well, I'm not very lucky today.
Apparently.
I mean, he's still a good figurehead for the Illuminati.
Reroll the 2.
One eye. Built like a pyramid.
Well, built like a brick wall.
Yeah, but look at the size of Fea's muscles. Clearly a structure. Indeed, it is more
Alright.
injured.
That's
Half
it.
bloodied. Alrighty. Isha.
Ray of Frost.
Oh, nice.
18 points of cold damage, minus 10 speed.
Alrighty. Anything else?
No.
All right. Rourke, it comes at you with its claws. Continue to try to wound you. 24, 27. Goddamn.
Right?
Both hit?
Yep.
23 and
Down.
13. Cool. Okay. Give me a moment. Okay. And then the bite, which is an auto crit. Really weak sauce crit. And it is attacking you non-lethally. So do not mark down those death saves. And what? Being unconscious causes automatic failure of death saves, right? Dex,
Yeah.
dex,
Yeah.
dex saves, not death saves.
Yes.
There'd be
Alrighty.
some short games of D&D if that was a rule.
Oof.
Alrighty.
You're unconscious. Never mind. You're just dead.
My God, these
You
things
go to sleep, you die.
Perchance
Man.
to dream.
these things are really after people's right eyeballs. All right, it bites out your right eye, Rurik.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Yeah. So you guys see this thing with its face attached onto his eyeball, and it's just kind of like shaking his head kind of violently
Well, most of us. See
as the
that.
creature begins convulsing. Alrighty. Faradul. You don't see the horrible scene I just depicted.
Yeah, I just said like most people saw that. I don't. Do I still
They
kind
saw it
of
without depth perception.
do I still like sense that there's a big scary thing in front of me?
Well, you do still hear the sounds of combat and the sound of flesh being torn and this thing's horrible, disgusting shrieking noises.
But like in front of me, right? Still like, in that general
You,
area.
you hear the sound of combat and where it is.
Okay. Just want to make sure. We're gonna try to go for round 2.
Rolls nat 1, smashes Rurik's head.
Thank God he's a melee fighter.
Hey man, I could see nat 1ing it blind and melee, resulting in friendly fire.
Make sure I actually got the roll right this time. Yep. Nope.
No, that's 3 hits.
Ha.
I swear to God, it like
I'm doing better blind than.
what the fuck?
You should, yeah, from now on, like, when you get your sight back, you shouldn't reckless attack, you should careful attack.
No, I should blind attack. I should just put like a blindfold over me and just be like, "Nah, I got this, guys. It's good."
Faradul is now a master blind swordsman.
It could be 52 magical hammer damage.
Okay, that thing was bloodied. Now it's near death.
And that's my turn.
Kind of like Rurik.
Oh no, I am near death. I'm dying.
Actually, it non-lethal to you. Remember?
Yeah, still bleeding out.
Well, no, that's what non-lethal damage does. When you go unconscious with non-lethal, you're stable.
So the slash attacks it did with his claw were non-lethal slashing attacks?
Yes. He was avoiding vital organs? I don't know. Shut the fuck up, man. You're not dying, okay?
Okay. I misunderstood you then. I thought the bite was non-lethal.
Look, you still have an eye to give it before it'll decide to kill you.
Yeah, because these things definitely aren't full of, like, horrific insectoid sadism, yeah.
I only prefer to take eyes from living folk.
Let's see, that was Faradul fucking this thing up. Intervene.
Alright. Let's see here. Utility. I guess I'm giving him the hose.
When in doubt, apply hose.
Oh wait, I still have the D4. 17.
Yes.
24 points of bludgeoning damage. Strength save versus prone.
It fails.
Okay,
Killed
good.
it.
Haha. Alright,
Indeed.
someone get the scout up. That's all I got, though.
Well, I'm stable, so no death saves.
You're the only one that's down?
But I'm not rolling death save, so that's technically end of combat.
Yeah. Out of combat.
I walk over.
Varric,
I walk over and heal Rurik.
you know you could have did that in combat, right?
Well, it wasn't my turn.
You had a turn. You shot guiding bolt.
I didn't know you were already down then.
I wasn't down then. I was at 30 HP.
You didn't say nothing.
I said I was bloodied.
Oh, I missed that. I apologize.
All right. Well, Varric applies some healing magic to
No, I
to
don't
Rurik.
apply no healing magic. I
Oh,
pour
okay.
a potion down his throat.
Okay. You pour a potion down his throat.
I have bunches of those.
His blood begins to coagulate more efficiently. Huh, I just realized health potions are just Space Marine blood platelets.
Meh.
Well, except for that one vial of acid I mixed into his supply as a joke.
Did you?
No, I didn't.
Hey, you've done that with health potions before.
Yes, I have.
The forest will help Gilbert. Have a health potion. Gilbert, oh god, it's poison. Alright, but yeah, the blood begins to coagulate. The tissue around the eye kind of filling in, closing off the horrific wound dealt to his face.
You gotta roll it, Varric.
Varric,
Yes.
roll health. You applied the health potion,
Oh,
you
yeah.
roll the dice.
That's right.
2d4 2.
I know, but I'm gonna pour more than one.
Ah.
$21 points. And I used 3 potions.
Thank you kindly.
Indeed, the bleeding from his eye and wounds stops.
I can't fix your eye though, so you'll be like Faradol.
Rurik,
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
I'm not as bad.
your eyeball is just, well, I should say your eye socket is throbbing.
I put a bandage over it, so he has
That's
an
what
eye
the rum
patch.
is for.
Fea, your eye socket is also throbbing.
I'd like to search the corpse for my eyeball.
All right. 1 second. Let's see here. When I bite your eyeball out, give me an investigation check. At disadvantage.
Okay. Let's check to make sure I don't get any advantage from my runes or anything.
The eyes are all covered in ichor. You've only got one. You're not certain which eye is yours.
I pluck a random one, clean it off as best as I can, and I stick it in my eye.
All right. Roll a. How many eyes did I say this thing had in its gut? 1 second. Roll a d24. Okay. And you're shoving this in your eyeball, in your eye socket.
I'm cleaning it the best I can, and then trying to of it eyeball facing out, like you could see out of it.
Okay. How are you cleaning this, by the way?
Spit shine.
Water.
Okay.
The trying to wipe stuff off.
Uh-huh. All right, you stick it into your eye.
Wow.
All right, can somebody heal this thing in?
I guess not.
Do I?
I need someone to heal my eye in.
I can't heal the eye that's missing. I can heal the socket, but I've tried.
It's right here. It's right here.
Oh, you have the eye?
I just shoved it back in the socket.
Oh, well then, yeah. A healing
I'm sure it's the right one, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, a healing potion will fix that, won't it? If I still have the eye, won't it repair the eye back in the socket?
Healing potion refortifies your constitution. It does not mend wounds.
How about lesser restoration?
I mean, if a healing potion can stitch damaged tissue back together and the eyeball is still there, it might work. Or you might be able to make it work if you knew what you were doing.
Well, I mean, I'm waiting on
Varric,
DMs.
give me a medicine check.
Or his healing potion in Fea's eyes.
More with how to apply his knowledge of medicine and magic in order to get the best result he think he can get out of this.
Yeah, just put the eyeball in the correct orientation and then just pour it in there like Gatorade.
And hope it's not the acid
Party's
one.
not watching
Yeah.
because this is probably nasty.
I'm definitely watching.
I've got my finger stuck down in the eye socket and I'm putting the eye in there and casting a spell.
Just like jamming it in there as hard as you can.
Fea, this is a deeply unpleasant experience for you.
Not as unpleasant as taking it out, I'm sure.
It's slightly less unpleasant, yeah.
I mean,
Does he notice anything wrong with the eye, by the way?
looks fine to me. It's in pieces, but I can fix that.
All right. You put the eye into the socket. Apply healing. Apply the healing potion to his eye socket. The tissue begins to kind of coagulate and stitch itself together more efficiently. The eye socket kind of collapses partly to fill the cavity. Tissue swelling. But the eyeball does not attach. It looks like it's not Fea's eyeball.
Oh, well, that would make sense. I look at him and go, "Hey, you gave me the wrong eye. This is not the right eye. Where is the? This may be maybe somebody else's. Hey, we can put it in fair. Would it work in Fairduel? I wonder. Or maybe it's Rurik's eye.
No, Rurik's eye came out of the other one that's over here.
Well, who else lost an eye?
I mean, there's 23 more eyeballs. I tried. I looked, but I'm not very good at looking anymore.
Well, I mean, you have to have eyes to look, so.
All right, I pull out a water skin, cut it side down and open, put all the eyeballs in it so they get cleaned up, and then have Intervin take a look to see which one's Fea's, because he has the best ability to compare irises.
Just be thankful you don't have to share one between the three of you.
Gimme.
Can I?
So I start holding up the eyeballs next to Fea's good eye, with a magnifying glass, just comparing the two irises together.
You have a light source nearby, right?
Yes, one of the.
At this point, we would have relit lights.
Well, the apprentices have torches.
All right, trying to identify eye color and torchlight. Okay.
Anybody have the light cantrip?
I do.
That would be useful.
Light cantrip.
Yes, but by the torchlight, he has dark eyes. Ah, all the eyes look kind of dark in torchlight.
No. Porchop said he has a light cantrip, so we can get a nice steady light.
Yeah, excellent.
I cast light on the torch.
Double light.
All right, the illuminated torch.
We got to make that a thing.
All right, and you said that you're using a magnifying glass to get a better look.
Yes,
All
and to like compare his eye to like these eyes one after another to find one that matches.
And
All
I
right,
had taken a water skin and dunked all the eyes in it so they're all clean.
Give me an investigation check.
We're playing bobbing for eyes.
As a sunbeam blasts out the back of one of the eyes,
Shit.
our comedian Death Ray using a light cantrip, a magnifying glass in someone's eye. All right, 22.
Ooh, yeah, give me that eye. I want the magic eye.
No, it's not magic.
No, he's implying that I blew like a laser hole through the back of one of the eyes.
But like, can you actually do that?
No.
Oh.
Who knows?
A light cantrip doesn't provide enough directional light. It's ambient inclusive light coming from a light cantrip.
All right.
I mean, magnifying glasses are only 100 gold apiece. We get a couple of those, some mirrors, a rock that we cast the
You're
light
right,
cantrip
actually.
on. We could build a las rifle.
Ugh.
You're right. Actually, now that you mention it, mirrors are cheap too.
Mirrors are fucking old. Okay. So you're looking through, poking through the eyes, checking them. And after a few rounds of, okay, definitely not this one, might be this one, you get it down to what you're pretty certain is Fea's eye.
Yeah, and then I just go, yeah, you know what? Fuck this shit. And I cast locate object. Faye is missing. It's her right eye, right? That's missing?
Yes, the right eye.
Yeah, and I just cast locate object for Fea's right eyeball.
Indeed. In your mind's eye, you can see a big neon sign pointing at the eyeball in your hand.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, it's this one. And I just hand it to Fea. Here's your eye.
Thanks. Start trying to stick it in.
All right, you try sticking it in. The swollen tissue makes this process very painful.
All right, guys. I think we have to reopen this wound.
So you want me to do another? You want me to do a thing?
I guess, yeah, another medicine check to hopefully cut open the wound in the right way and apply the eye and the potion, and hopefully this works.
Here we go.
Indeed. Give me a medicine check to perform corrective surgery on an eye socket.
Yeah. And
then
while
we'll
they're
give us
doing
this-
this, I pull out some of my soap and wash my hands of all the gunk from the eyes.
Oh, I figured you'd just use your mage hand.
Can anyone give assistance so he has advantage?
I am not medic.
I am blind.
Let's see. Am I proficient in medicine? No, I am not.
Well, I could
Neither
do
am I,
They're
unfortunately.
probably full of. They're probably pussy and he hadn't had eyes in a while.
A practice run on Fairduel.
I mean, I'm already
roll.
blind. What else are you gonna do?
Does that fix his eyeball? Or no?
Oh, 21? All right. So you damage the tissue around the eye socket again. Fea, the process is absolutely agonizing. And you reinsert the eyeball. How are you healing it up?
I presume the same way as last time. So, do I take damage from this?
Uh, 4 and 10 damage. Non-resistible.
So 14 damage.
Yeah, 14 damage total. As your eye socket is mutilated once more. All right, so Varric, you've stuck the eyeball into the socket. How are you healing it up?
Revivify. Right?
Aren't you
Are you
applied the
casting?
potion?
Or wait, no, not revivify. No. Stop. No.
Your eyeball sprouts legs and
Lesser
springs to life.
restoration.
Fuck this shit. I'm out of here.
Is it lesser restoration? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, lesser restoration since I already have the eyeball. Right?
Would that work?
Well, I mean, I have the every part there. I'm just stitching it back together.
Well, are you asking or telling?
I'm getting a ruling from the DM. I mean, a minute ago he said it was fine. I don't know if it's not fine now or not.
Well, so you're casting Lesser Restoration.
Yes, that's why I'm casting Lesser Restoration.
Okay. Sight is not restored to Fea's eye.
Oh.
That being said, the wounds are still open and blood is kind of seeping onto the eye.
Just so the eye doesn't reconnect?
Correct.
Well, all right.
Maybe.
Well, and then I just heal. I pour some healing so it'll stop bleeding and tell him, I'm sorry, I can't fix it. Keep the eye on ice or wrap it up. And when we get back to town, you can cast a priest that can probably fix it.
Pretty sure
All
you
right.
need greater.
So roll for the health potions that you pour on. Okay.
14 points.
So all the damage from you reopening the wounds on the eye are undone. The tissue kind of swells. The eye is kind of stuck in the socket now. Fea, you can feel the eye orbital muscles kind of moving, but the eye just doesn't quite shift around correctly. You're still blind in that side, but your eyeball is in the socket.
We gotta keep making this more fucked up. It's not as bad as Arcturus's teeth yet.
Oh God! Don't remind me of.
Are you asking me to fabricate his eye?
We gotta get some sovereign glue in there.
I had to try to like defabricate my own teeth. That was fucked up, and then I had to use ball bearing. And then there was the time Underdark gave us blue rot, and I had to. Oh God, that was unpleasant.
I mean, if this was Stein would definitely be trying to come up with an eye.
Well, I'm sure that by natural healing with the eye inside, it'll be fine.
They grow back, right?
Oh yeah.
No, now I have to treat it because it's going to get dirt behind it and it's going to get infected and it's going to look. Ugh.
as Faradul stares in the middle distance with his non-existent eyes.
Can we at least stitch the eyelid shut so it? I mean, can I do that? Can I stitch the eyelid shut?
I just imagine these two paladins in this group of 67 civilians are just looking at our group right now in just abject horror.
Yes.
I mean, I'm pulling eyeballs. I'm throwing eyeballs over my shoulder.
The paladins, after seeing what was going on, in order to avoid crushing the escaped prisoners' morale, have kind of shepherded them down back the tunnel a little bit, and are you can hear that they're talking to them, trying to rally their spirits.
So I ask the party, do I look like I have two working eyes?
Yeah.
No. Father Varric will not lie to you. No, you have one that's just rolling around.
Well, here's hoping that it'll at least confuse one of those things next time.
Yeah, you guys notice that as Fea kind of looks around, whatever way her left eye tracks, the right eye is just never quite lined up correctly.
She moves her head, the left eye kind of rolls down, looking down at her feet. Every time she turns her head real fast, the eyeball rolls around inside.
Yeah, the tissue around that's going to get scarred up.
No, I know.
So, what are you guys doing now? Gonna work on Rurik?
Hey, Rurik, I got some more eyes.
Frankly, Rurik doesn't give a fuck. You can pull his eye out of the thing.
I mean, I got some more eyes left. You want me to try?
Well, no, mine is in the other bug.
Oh, well, then let's open up the other bug and see if we can find your eyeball.
Well, Intervik can find it in a moment. So, just a matter of cleaning all the eyes and
presenting them so that I can easily point out which one's which. They're all clumped together. I might point to the wrong one.
God, he's like inspecting. It's like he's inspecting a diamond.
This might have worked better if it worked in the first round of healing potion on the wrong eye.
I think it's been a lot of fun, despite how absolutely horrifying it is. All right, well, so you said, Intervene, you said that you're inspecting the eyes?
yep, rinse and repeat, same process as before.
Well, no, it won't be the same process before. Once Rurik cleans all the eyes and kind of lays them all out, I'll just cast Locate Object for Rurik's right eyeball.
Why don't you cast Locate Object first and then just clean that one?
It would be hard to pick it out of the crowd. If they're all bobbing in a bucket of water, he could just take his mage hand and grab whichever one it is.
You see which one is Rurik's eye.
I pointed out to Rurik and it's like, yeah, it's that one.
If you get the eyeball that's all black, you're the designated driver.
All right, well, I try again. I try to put the eyeball back in his head.
No, that's all right. Rurik pulls out a scrap of leather and wraps his eye up in it.
Oh, okay.
You know, if you're looking to preserve the tissue, you might want to suspend it in like a flask of healing potion or something.
Yeah,
that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I'll dunk it in a healing potion and wrap some cloth around it.
I'm not drinking that one.
Yeah, that's why I wrapped the cloth around it.
I wonder if you did that, would you end up with like duplicate stuff growing onto the eyeball that would prevent it from being put back in? Like if you put healing potion in the empty socket.
No, I don't think it Deadpools.
No. Well.
I mean, if it does grow anything, it would be like the eyes of a potato. You just cut them off.
Cut the eyes off the eye.
The optical nerve begins growing out the back.
Yeah, like you just end up with two optical nerves, one in your head and one on the eyeball.
But yeah, I'll suspend it in a potion of healing, like Intervin said. That's a good idea.
Put some salt
And then
in there,
we're
too.
right by the exit, so we can go.
Alrighty. Yeah, you preserve the eyeball. And what have you guys done with Faradul's eyeball? Just so I have it on paper.
Are
What
we
about
preserving
Faradul's
it the same
eyeball?
way?
I don't know what we did with Faradul's eyeballs.
I wasn't here when Faradul lost his eyeballs.
He lost them. I mean, it wasn't even in this cave, was it? We was to another.
No, it was back in like the original cave.
Yeah, I don't even think we stopped to pick his eyes up, did we?
No.
Oh. It's too bad we didn't have a jar of brine on hand.
Dicks.
I mean, we'll just have to get what is it? Regeneration cast on you.
I'm sorry, I was distracted by the horrifying fork gif.
You've seen that movie, right?
The cop one?
Yeah, Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, we watched it for movie night.
Mm.
I'm sorry, what was being said about regenerate or something?
That when we get back to the temple, we can
Oh,
have him cast it on him. All right. Well, I say, oh hey, walk back to the paladins. Yeah, we're ready to go now.
You can
Does
see them
anyone have an eye
kind of
patch?
you can see them kind of cringe as they see Fea's fucked up looking eye.
Anyone have an eye patch or a bandage?
I mean, do
Wrap
we
it up.
have the other eyes in a barrel or something? Did Introven bring them?
No, I did not bring them. If you want them, you can bring them.
Yeah, I think the doctor will take them. Maybe we'll be use them later.
You're wrong character.
Oh yeah, never mind. No, the father won't take them.
You're not Dr. Stein.
Dr. Stein would have definitely took them. Been like, let's see what we can do.
Would have been decoration for his lab. I don't eat those anymore. I just got them out of a bug.
Mm.
Are those human eyes? I think so.
Yeah, they'd be floating in a jar in his office.
Anyway, the door is this way. We go this way.
Alright, so you guys start going out again?
Yeah.
Alright.
All right, well, as fun as this has been, I gotta go to bed. I have work in the morning.
Have a good night.
Later.
Have a good night. Well. Okay then. You guys start heading out. As you do so, you guys kind of reach the exterior cave area. You can see light coming in. And there is a gaggle of Grimlock and Drow in this area. The Grimlocks towards the cave openings, and a couple of Drow along with them.
Do they see us?
They currently do not see you.
How tightly grouped are they?
Not very.
Aw. Which one looks like he's in charge?
Well, there's one particularly ornery looking drow who is she's currently bitching out two other drow. Do you know Undercommon?
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cussing them out for not properly scouting ahead and figuring out what happened to the cart full of people. And that if he doesn't find out in the next hour, she's going to have him flayed.
Damn.
So like the Drow are close together. It's the Grimlocks that aren't.
Yes.
Excellent. Fireball on the Drow. They're
Lot
between me
later
and
than
the exit, and I am out of fucks to give.
That was a lot later than I was hoping to be. I see we
Someone
went
get the
Lion killer.
ukulele. He's out of fucks to give.
Quick, somebody just point me at him. I'll get him. Let me at him.
The 12, 13, and 4 failed. The rest passed. $29 points of fire damage.
Most of the drow are completely obliterated. The leading drow, her, and two of the drow kind of towards the edge of the blast near the cavern openings are all very, very badly bloodied. The Grimlocks are, well, rather confused and looking around, trying to figure out the source of the noise. I'm going to be honest, if you guys go to kill them, it's not going to be much of a fight.
Begin the executions.
Indeed. The party moves through. Clearing house. Cleaning house, I mean. There were no survivors.
And what was their purpose here? Were they doing something, or?
Well, if you head over to the cave openings and look down, you can see your cart.
Wait, we brought our cart?
No, we
Yeah.
didn't.
No, you guys weren't in the cart?
We brought our cart to
We
the
had the
outside
cart
area.
like a mile away from here, and then we teleported in.
That's what it was. It was a little ways away. That's right.
Specifically to avoid the case where they find the cart and like do shit to it. So, did they actually find our cart?
I'm going to go with yes.
Excellent. They have brought us our transportation. Is there anything still alive out here?
You see some birds.
Are they
the
suspiciously
birds.
drow-looking birds?
Insight
Barbarian
check?
says yes.
No, they're birds. Yeah, they're birds.
Are we sure?
All right.
Don't worry, I can wild shape into a bird and blend in with the other drow birds.
Is all of our did they fuck with any of the shit in the cart?
I'll take inventory. Rourke pulls out his ledger.
Because what was a simple extraction may very well turn into an extermination.
All right, you start taking inventory. Outside of the clear fact that they did sift through your stuff a bit, you don't find anything missing other than some rations. You can see crumbs sitting on the top of the cart.
They touched our food. They all must die.
Yeah, these guys are already dead.
But there's more than we can kill. After all, they should have known to let their bodies not touch the food.
It's all right. Half the food I had replaced with acid rations anyway.
You have a lot of money that I don't know about, then.
Which half was it? The left half or the right half?
The centers.
Fuck.
Inside of the center of every delicious granola bar is a vial of acid contained in a very thin gel capsule. It's to help in digestion.
All right.
Like I said, I couldn't find any hot sauce I liked.
You see, the problem is you did it to the inside half and I did it to the outside half.
It's just all acid.
Whoops! All acid.
All right, yeah. Let's. We probably can't fit everyone in here, so we'll probably just put the worst of the wounded in the cart and start.
Yeah, we put
trekking.
them up on the upper deck and have Father Varric up there doing triage.
And I believe our ship is off to the east of here.
Several days east, yes.
Yeah, several days, but to the east, and that's where we'll have to go.
Somebody just tie a leash to me to the cart. I'll
Hold
be
on.
fine.
Let me.
Wait, you're the driver.
Let me get you some map
Oh,
right here.
that's gonna be bad. I probably shouldn't drive.
I mean, I can turn into a giant elk and we'll have more than enough cart pulling power to bring like everyone who will fit on it. It's just a matter
Well,
of
we
how
have-
many people will fit.
We have the pack. It was just a matter of physically fitting enough people in the cart. It only holds like 8 people.
Yeah, it's mostly full of stuff. The upper deck is the only open area.
You also know that the people that you found inside the Shrieking Pass were about like 2 score of them were from the Hill tribe that lives a little bit to the east.
Okay, well we'll head there first to
And the rest of them
reunite them.
look like they are more civilized folk, just a little bit to the west.
How
Well, I
many-
give them the option. I tell them, we have a ship about 4 or 5 days march to the east. And, we got to take these 2 paladins back to their temple.
Wait, how many days to the east?
I don't know, 4 or 5 days.
Oh, yeah, that's about right.
And, we can get them as far as that temple if they want. If they prefer to go a different direction, that is also their choice. They are free to go. I give them a rough idea of where they are in case they don't know.
Yeah, the hill folk are just kind of like, saying that they'll just travel the less than a day to get back to their tribe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the more agrarian farming looking folk, they plan to head west to Erlishala. The nearest settlement of Shamash is only about a day's travel.
Well, as long as they know where they are and where they're going, not our problem.
Technically,
They're
there's
free.
farmland even closer than that.
Yeah, like I said, it's more they're free to. Everyone here is free to go if they wish. If you have nowhere else to go, we have a ship. And we can get passage to that temple, and we'll drop you off there.
Indeed, none seem to take you up on the boat travel, but the group heading towards the
Okay, that wasn't optional for the paladins. They are coming with us to the temple.
Yeah, no, they're coming with you. I wasn't referring to them. The farmers though do ask if you have some rations to spare for their journey.
Oh, easily. How much?
Yeah, we got like tons of food. We can easily spare them.
Well,
enough
we
for
have
the day.
800 rations. We stocked up. Actually, probably closer to like 750 now, but I have to do day math real quick. But regardless, we have more than plenty to go around.
Yeah, and I can give good berries for the next 24 hours for them, but
Well, with you in the party, I've mostly been I just mark off like 2 food per day on average of just, wear and tear ration use because we have a druid now, so good berry.
yeah, like anyone traveling with us, I can just cast good berry a few more times to get 10 good berries per cast.
Well,
Just a couple
they're
other
leaving for their own journey, so yeah, we
Yeah.
can spare some rations for them if they need them. It's not a problem.
Just give me a quantity. How much do they want?
A ration per person, that they have enough to make it to settlement.
I don't know how many people there are.
67.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know how many of them are hill folk that don't need rations, because it's less than a day to there.
If they just need a day's of rations, I can
It would be
cast.
47 rations that you need to scratch off.
Okay.
I can just cover that with first and second level spell slots.
No sense
If
burning
it-
them. We're still in drought territory. Save them in case we need to fight. We got rations to spare.
All right.
I didn't know Father Varric had suspenders.
He doesn't. That's not Father Fair. That's one of the local hill folk.
All right. On we go.
Well then. The farmers head to the west, the hill folk to the southeast, leaving you lot in the Shrieking Pass.
Be right back.
It's about noon.
Well, I guess we get marching
Where are you going?
to our ship.
To your ship.
East. Yeah, the one that we parked on the East Coast, that we
Yep.
sailed up here.
Yep. All right. You guys travel for several days, and a few hours into your 5th day of travel, you enter the deserted, rundown town of Jobbish. Waves are lapping against the dock. The boat is still gone on the trade mission you sent them on.
Indeed. I mean, I cast sending, basically tell them to come pick us up. You know, basically finish the current leg of the trade mission and then divert.
Mm-hmm. They respond with, "Will do, my lord. We should be arriving in about 2 days, winds willing."
Neat. Downtime.
All right.
Indeed, downtime, where some of you are at disadvantage on perception checks and others are blind.
Well,
So, you guys do anything with these 2 days?
yeah, I'll spend some time with Intervin making him a couple of cooked documents he can use at will for his theatrics he likes to pull. Having documentation to back it up is always useful.
Okay, what are these documents?
Not sure, Intervin. What would you foresee needing for ruses?
Letters of safe conduct from the major governments.
Okay. And with your book smarts and my forgery, should be able to cook a couple of those up. And we got 2 days to kill, so cover all our bases.
All right. Give me a what's that tool again?
Forgery kit.
Yeah, give me a forgery kit check. 2 of them.
Well, that didn't work.
Yeah, basically I'm making these for Intervin.
Somehow having to download that made it funnier.
Do I have advantage with Intervin's inner working knowledge of the area and help him backseat driving?
I'd go with no. His knowledge is how you're able to make the check.
Okay. An okay one and a really good one.
Yeah, pretty much. So, who's with who's? The 2 major governments in the area are going to be those loyal to the War Master and those loyal to Aramina.
I'll leave it up to Intervin.
The War Master is probably the 16, and Airmina's the 26. We'll say that's where you stated them in.
All right.
Then yeah, I'll just give those documents right to you, Intervin. Whatever you want to call them and name them.
Uh-huh.
Don't use the forgery kit very often, so I was like, oh, why don't we? Because that's, spend a day forging some official looking documents and having them handy and not having to do it on the spot.
I'm sorry, Gilbert, can you type out the name of the second one besides Droom?
Yeah, 1 second.
All right, Aramina.
I think I spelled that right, Gilbert, right? That's just from my notes.
Yes.
Alrighty. Other than that, I just spend the days scribing my scrolls.
Indeed. It
The
seems
doctor check my eye.
Alrighty. Well, your eye is
Still missing?
actually, yeah, it's still missing. Hey Varric, you want to make a medicine check to check his eye? If you want to check his eye.
I mean, I can, but I done told him it's gonna be bad, so it's gonna be bad.
Well, we've had 2 days of downtime. You could have prepped different spells if you wanted to.
I don't have anything that can repair that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not high enough level.
Then no
to
worries.
repair it.
Are you mixed? Oh no, that's right.
No, it just regenerates a fairly high level spell, and we're not that high level yet.
I'm only level 8 cleric.
No, all right. I was forgetting that regenerates level 7.
All right. Yeah. Well, it turns out the winds were not willing, for it is on the third day that your vessel reaches you. Docking at the pier.
All right.
And I must step away for but a moment.
What happened?
Gilbert had to step away.
Oh, okay.
I'm back. All right, but your boat pulls up. And I take you guys are just heading back to the Shrine Isle.
Yes.
All right, let's see. That's about. That's about 4 days of traveling by sea, because it's a rather fast boat. And you're able to make it back to the Shrine Isle. You can see the temples built on the spires of rock that create these islands. And your ship pulls into dock. The Paladins thank you for your rescue and your transportation.
Of course.
They go to report to Ashara.
Yeah, I
What are you
imagine
guys
we're
doing?
going with them.
Alrighty. The acolytes and the priests here are rather pleased to see that their paladins have returned. There was much rejoicing.
Yay.
And then, let's see here. Ashara would then present you all with your quest reward. Which I can't seem to find. Where the fuck is it?
Huh?
Priest lost our quest reward.
Oh no.
Maybe they put it down in the basement by the giant scary orb.
Under, do you happen to remember what I said the reward was?
That's DM
Or-
responsibility.
4 castings of regeneration, 10,000 gold.
No.
Oh, wish spell?
I would use the wish to wish all Horax would be exterminated from the.
Careful
the
with that
universe.
one.
No, we had agreed to take on the quest because they brought Father Varick back from the dead.
Oh, right. It was pro bono.
Well, closer to paid in advance.
It was a barter system. Right, that's what it was. Thank you, Under. Excellent. I'm not insane. There was no quest reward. The quest was a payment.
So what I'm hearing is if Under didn't lie, if Under lied, we would have gotten more out of this.
Like I said, 4 castings of regeneration, 10,000 gold would have been way better.
No, you see, you're overdoing it. You have to go with just 4 castings of regeneration.
And so, what are you guys doing?
Well, I would point out that our party members seem to have suffered some rather severe injuries, and would she be willing to help us out with some divine castings?
When you say that, are you asking for free healing, Under? Or are you asking, is Ashara able to do that?
I'm pretty sure we know she cast level like 8 spells already, so she should have access to level 7 spells like regenerate.
And it doesn't have a material component, or at least a material component cost.
And yeah, it's more like I'm asking her to cast it, and then we're going to find out how much that costs us.
She says she can cast Regenerate. Give me a second. I'm looking at the message I pinned that you posted for calculation. Under, are you saying that that's to the power of 1.3162?
Yes.
All right, so if I type this in correctly, which I did, the cost would be 4,959. So with the decimal point rounding that up would be 4,960.
For like the 4 or 5 castings of it that we need.
Well, it's a 7th level spell. Well, it's 10 times yeah, that would look like it's by individual casting.
All right. So do you guys really
tech-
need both eyeballs? Well, like obviously we got to get Pharaoh to at least one, but I assume we do have the funds for that anyway.
Yeah, we have the fund for one. And we would literally have no money. That's like pulling money from my pocket.
Do you want to sell your ship?
No.
I mean, and Paradul would get both his eyes back from one casting. It just says any body parts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
So we only need 3 castings, technically, one for each missing member.
Okay, do we have like 13,000 gold
No.
laying around? Okay, so that's a
Not
problem.
even close. I mean, we do if we sold literally every item we have. We have enough.
I mean, I have 13 gold.
So as I said, do you guys really need both your eyes?
For now, no. I mean, it will definitely hamper my ability to,
Make perception
do my
checks.
job.
I already have terrible perception and I'm melee, so it doesn't really hamper me.
I mean, at this point, I'm not even sure if I'm really hampered by having no eyes.
Yes, you are.
But you drive the cart. It was a fucking rough ride. We need your eyes.
I mean, those attack rolls earlier say otherwise. I'm just saying.
I can pull the cart around a giant elk if we need some cover for that.
Just the one casting then.
We're just gonna have to up our looting game.
What made the relatively high level adventuring party go broke? Healthcare costs.
Eye bugs. Eye bugs cause us to go broke.
Bugs. Specifically, no, because okay, death has been less of an inconvenience than losing eyes. Bringing someone back from the dead, easy. Eyes, expensive.
This really is just the American healthcare system.
It covers emergency visits. It doesn't cover optometry.
It's a slightly more dystopian version of the American healthcare system.
Can the wizard like open up a portal to somewhere that is that just filled with eyes?
The elemental plane of eyes.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be the elemental plane of beholders, but I could.
Don't think we want to go there.
I mean,
There's the other elemental plane of eyes, but it's just a letter I.
I won't be able to tell the difference. So
The Pixar lamps are pretty rampant there.
Real local menace.
So just the one then.
Just the one? All right. Ashara begins the incantations, casts the spell, and Faradul, your eyes. Oh, wait, hold on a second.
explode.
Minute to cast, 2 minutes for him to grow back.
Wait, yeah, no, hold on. I looked at my notes about stuff and I forgot something. So before we actually handle that part, this is my bad. We're gonna back this up to the first like actually I suppose it's the 10th of the second day. The like about noon second day that you guys are leaving the cave. Rourke, your head hurts. Like a lot.
Okay.
Gilbert.
Your constitution decreases by 1. And man, your eye hurts.
Why?
Indeed, that is the question. Just a piercing, throbbing pain.
Intervin,
So,
can you cast locate object?
not today.
I can.
Could you cast locate object on Horak spawn?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. That might be Kate Creature, which I also have. So I'm
Wait, so what are you doing?
we're looking for the eye biter eggs with locate object or creature as necessary.
Okay. Locate object
Sure.
doesn't get you anything. Locate creature tells you that there is a Horak egg implanted in his eye socket, way in the back.
Oh, doctor! Get your knife.
Um, is surgery a safe way to remove
Is surgery a
search
what?
being is surgery a relatively safe way to remove these eggs?
It depends on who's doing it, I guess.
Well, I
Let
say
me
we
do it.
start
Let
with
me do it.
Faya knocking me unconscious. You're still blind at this point, right? Faya knocked me unconscious. Faya just hit me really, really hard.
All right. Bye.
Yeah. So Faya does a
Do I
bunch of
make-
non-lethal
do I
damage
make
to
an
me, knocks
attack
me
roll?
unconscious.
No, you're all good.
Yeah, you can just over time do enough damage to knock me unconscious doing non-lethal. And now, Father Varric,
Go to sleep, Rurik. Punch, punch,
Yeah, basically.
punch.
Just
Oh no,
Hulk
it's
punches
actually
me in the
lethal
face.
damage.
Hey, that
Yeah,
punch was looking pretty lethal.
Yeah, exactly. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Hey, that fist had a rock in it.
And then yeah, Father Varric, go to town. I'm unconscious, so I can't flinch or do anything that would cause issue. Yep, exactly.
All right. Well, Father Varric, give me a medicine check.
Can I give him enhance ability?
Yes.
Does that do?
Wisdom.
Give me advantage?
Yes.
Thank you.
Put it together when it happened to me and not Fea, Gilbert.
Uh-huh. Well, Varric, you go poking around in there. You don't think this is a surgery type situation. You think you might need to use magic, such as lesser restoration.
Oh, that's an easy fix.
Well, don't worry. I'm tired of standing by should that fail.
All right. Well, I can cast Lesser Restoration. The knives are out of his eye hole.
Indeed. It dies. All right. There's no more egg in his eye socket. And now we cut back to the Shrine Isle.
Does he get his point of con back?
Yeah, hold on.
I don't. That's really annoying. That takes me from 16 to 15. It's a lot of health. Or 16 to 15.
Holy fucking shit.
Hmm.
It doesn't say.
Well,
Greater
in the time,
Restoration
I would
should
say, yeah, in the
fix it.
time we have lesser restoration, we'll fix that. So that's kind of just a hand wave. If
Yeah.
it doesn't say it comes back X days,
Yeah.
then yeah, just lesser
Yeah.
restoration will restore the point.
Lesser Restoration doesn't restore ability scores, but Greater Restoration will. All we need is 100 gold diamond dust.
Oh, we got that.
Honestly, I'm going to consider this as you got it early enough in the incubation that's not an issue.
You know,
If the incubation had gone on longer, yeah, you'd need greater restoration.
then I won't smash up one of our diamonds.
He says, holding a hammer.
Oh, you said back up all the time. I was like, wait, I just started clearing money out of the inventory.
Well, see, that's exactly why I'm ruling it that way. That way,
Well,
we're
I mean,
not going, okay, forcibly refund. Okay, now reconsider your transaction. All right. So, your con comes back. The monster growing inside of your eye socket is gone. Everything is hunky dory.
Mostly.
Back on the Shrine Isle. Ashara casts the spell, and your eyes begin to grow back. For the rest of you watching, this is kind of a gnarly process. you see tiny little eyeballs connected to the optical nerve kind of grow in, and then his iris and pupil grow in. It's rather weird. Faradul, you have both your eyes back.
Yay.
Fea and Rourke, you are both still missing an eye. Well, one of you is missing an eye. The other one's eye is just non-functional inside their head. What are you guys doing?
Random question: would they be willing to take 127 tin ingots?
Are you asking if they'd barter?
Well, they're one
Actually-
gold, and I'm 127 gold short right now.
Actually, hold on. Question. Does that repair all body parts?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
cool. So I get my 2 toes and the pinky finger back, too.
Oh, yeah.
He's the only guy that's lost a bunch of body parts.
What'd you do? Catch frostbite or something?
They got bitten off, I think.
Yeah, something bit him off.
Oh, yeah. The big crabs in the volcano, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Man,
I'm
Faradul's been through
127
the
gold
ringer.
short. So, would they take 10 ingots?
Well,
They're
they
very-
do rather like you. You guys have been pretty helpful, so yes, they'll take payment in terms of goods.
Well, and tin is still functionally useful to them.
Out of curiosity, do you have any services you want to try trading?
I mean, I'm pretty good in bed.
No, not like that.
I'm not a bard, but I can try. Do they have any services they need rendered?
we have
I
a
mean,
ship.
we have a ship, so we could do transporting. I
Greater
speak.
restoration, lesser restoration.
Do they
So,
have
yeah,
anybody else that need to die?
I speak a half a dozen languages.
Given how these folks work, it's more like, hey, do you have anybody else that's gone missing?
That too.
Pretty much.
I mean, hold on. Let's be fair here. If somebody's gone missing, that means somebody needs to die. So,
Hand in hand.
yeah.
Who needs their unlife assurance
Back in a second.
reinstated?
Yeah. They provide the health care. We provide the unhealth care.
But yeah, as of right now, other than items, we have no money. Other than, like, I know Intervin has a decent amount in his pocket, but not enough to, do any major funding, just minor funding.
Yeah, it's enough that I won't starve, but it isn't gonna, we're not gonna be building, a fortified tower and taking over a section of territory with it.
Yep.
Oh. Do we have molders?
I prefer my earth not moldy. It's easier to build with.
Yes, I do have mold earth and I do have fabricate. Yes, we could construct fortifications, but we would not, be able to jumpstart an economy on our own with this little fundus.
It's an investment.
And I mean, we do have a decent amount of stuff to sell right now, but not a whole lot.
And the wars kind of wrecked the markets.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
the only thing
the army's
I
gonna
could
be anything that's valuable like tin. The army's going to be much more likely to just confiscate.
Yep.
Speaking of the war effort, are we in the side that we want to win?
We're technically not on either side. We have mercenaried for one side, and we have favor with the other side. So we are not decided on which side we are on for the sides.
We are free agents.
Exactly.
I don't particularly care.
Whatever side pays better.
Exactly.
If we do decide one way or the other, I can do plant growth to help with any logistical strain on their food lines.
No. See, here's what we do. You do that anyway, and then we have a bidding war between both of them.
And we do actually have quite a stockpile of rations.
And a
Like,
functionally inexhaustible supply with good berry as long as I'm alive.
yeah,
back.
but
Sorry about that.
Goodberry doesn't stockpile.
No, but
Goodberry's good for feeding individuals, but not for storing and, when we're not around.
So your idea is to like fortify some farmland between these two armies, and then try to like get them to bid against each other for the farms, like crops.
What the fuck have I walked into?
Look, we're coming up with a money-making scheme here.
we're waging
Elias is-
economic warfare.
On both sides by setting up an auction block on some farmland in between them.
Now, great, this could horribly backfire, and then like they both get their major armies together and try to, take it.
Quick, we must seize the farmland before our opponent sees the farmland.
Wait a minute. There's people here already.
At which point, I burn the fields, wild shape into a bird, and fuck off into the air. Yeah,
This is us fortifying a field between two armies. That's exactly what is gonna happen if we did that.
That's good.
I told them we already got one.
Yeah, if we want to commit to one side of the war, we can solve some food shortage problems that they're going to have eventually.
Right, but see, prior to this little diversion to rescue some wayward paladins, we had been going up north because of
SDL.
Rurik's brother was being an annoying little shit.
He's the one that started the wars.
Oh.
What? No, he'd never do something like that. He's such a nice dwarf. Definitely not evil.
I don't even know the guy, and I'm only surprised that it took him this long to do it.
Rurik's actually not surprised it took him this long. He's not a very motivated individual. He's spiteful, yes. Motivated? Nah, he drags his feet a lot.
Spite is motivation.
Not for him. He's just bored.
Then he's not being spiteful enough.
But okay, so what services would they be interested in? I mean, we have lots to offer.
Oh, that was mostly a joke. Money can be exchanged for goods and services.
Yeah. I mean, Intervin can write really good. I can speak a lot of languages.
They currently don't have any work.
No, okay. Onward.
It was meant as a joke. And then I had to take the dog out, and it's like, oh, we're going to create fortified agricultural land, and I don't see how that will backfire.
Well, that's why we put it between the two armies. So that way they have a bidding war over who gets to control the resources, and then they can fight an actual war over it, too. But at that point, we've already been paid.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully by both sides.
At that point, that's when you bust out your second secret scheme. Arms dealing.
See? There you go.
See, it's an investment. We get them to do the bidding war. Then once we get paid for that, we get into fabricating weapons and armor. We turn one profit into two profits.
All right, but what are you guys doing right now?
Well, I believe we're hopping in our ship and going back up north and resuming the trail of Rurik's brother.
Oh. Okay.
You weren't expecting that.
Honestly, I'm more wondering why you guys insist on taking the route that takes the most time.
What? How is transporting by ship?
Not the ship part. It's that you're going around and then over land instead of just up the fucking river.
We don't want to get stuck.
In a
There's
war
a war
zone?
going on. The
Yeah.
river goes across the land.
Yeah.
Yeah, the river is like the primary troop line. We're gonna stay out of that because that's how you lose a ship.
Yeah.
Droom be like, hey, remember when I sold you the boat?
You can buy it back for triple the price.
I'll be
We
back
got some
once.
eyes
Well,
to fix.
that's when the holes we cut in the side of the boat open up, and some iron cylinders get wheeled out, and we stoke the furnace, and we reveal that we in fact have breech loading steam cannons.
Okay, the dog thing's handled again. What was that?
I was making a crack about how using just D&D technology you could build a functioning steam cannon mounted on a ship and take out their entire navy.
What?
Well, you need
Yeah.
an iron tube, a valve, like just a lever with a flap at the end, and a boiler. Put the shot in with the valve closed, open valve, steam and shot go out.
Huh.
Now, yeah, like putting it all together won't happen for another 400 years, but the technology's all there.
Alrighty, so.
The biggest issue would be the pressure vessel.
No, the biggest issue would be convincing the DM to let you get away with it.
That's the
Gilbert,
part that you
it
need to
would be
convince the
funny.
DM of anything. A perfectly easy to pressurize and valvable container.
Guys, we're gonna go prehistoric with this. You don't even know what a wheel is.
Don't need a wheel. I just need a
point.
tube of wood, some tree sap, and some alchemist fire. And we've got ourselves a cruise missile.
The stick, the rock, and the rock are considered potent magical weapons, and fire is considered a 9th level spell. We're talking like the cantrip that lets you create fire.
Okay.
All right, goofing around aside though, that'll be
4 days.
yeah, 10 days to get back to where you guys were. So it's 10 days of downtime if you guys have any plans for it.
It was 4 to get here.
Yeah, 4 here. Wait, 4? Hold on.
You said 4 the first time when we were coming to the temple. I distinctly remember saying 4 because your boat's pretty fast.
that would be me miscounting.
Well, that's
Yeah,
better.
Yeah, it gets about what would it be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it gets like what was it, 18 hexes to a day? Yeah, so something like 5 days. And that's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, with the moose, yeah, so it wouldn't be 5 and 4, it'd be 4 and 5. There we go. So yeah, it would be 9 days.
Okay, 9 days round trip. Gotcha.
Yeah. Or no, not round trip. So I'm counting out my squares here. Because you guys are using the giant elk, it let you go from the Shrieking Pass to Jobbish in 4 days instead of 5 days. Then it's 5 days from Jobbish to Urkaresh.
We're not going to Urkaresh.
Oh, fuck, that's why it was 4. My god. My apologies. It's been a day, apparently. So 8 days. That's, yeah.
And
Sorry,
you're counting the land travel. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm including the
I was
land
only
travel.
going with the ship travel. That's why I was like 4 days.
Oh, yeah.
We re-land and then we,
Yeah.
dismount and travel.
Yeah. I was just speeding it along to the Shrieking Pass.
Gilbert.exe hasn't encountered a problem with navigation.
Take a left turn. That takes us into a volcano's caldera. Take the left-hand turn. I take a
Office
right-hand
level
turn.
GPS. All right, so 8 days of travel to get back to the Shrieking Pass.
Yep. You can see Mount Unapish there. Give me a second while I get you guys the map. Because now you guys have access to a little bit better of a regional map.
Yeah, I'm sure we would have talked with the locals a little bit before we left. We did have a whole day with the hill people for Father Ver to update his cartography.
Well,
So where in this map are we?
Shrieking Pass. Just south of Mount Unapish.
Right. And didn't we find intelligence that his brother was going to something Mesh's Folly or something like that?
Yeah, I believe so. That's what I remember too. This Mesh's Folly is where we're trying to get.
Right, so I'm thinking we hook around to the east and go up that way and approach it from the south. Or we can go west and, have all spies in the cities and whatnot see us coming.
Yeah, in all honesty, based on this map, I wouldn't even go to Shrieking Pass. As soon as we come through the desert, Grass Hill, and Dead Hill, start heading north there. A triangle of yellow, green, and gray. Stay
I
to the
see.
south of them 2 orange mountains and then head north there.
All right. Alrighty. So you guys are just gonna head up that kind of lower mountain area just to the east of Mount Unapesh.
Yes.
Completely bypassing coming up Mesh's father from the south. All right.
Yeah, there's no sense for us to go through anything that's controlled by Urlashala, because most likely Castiel is going to have some sort of network to give him advanced warning in those areas.
All right. You guys travel through the hills and cedar forests up into the mountains. And as you crest one of the ridges, you can see through the trees a section of mountain ahead of you that looks dead and barren, as if a massive wildfire had raged through the forests and gutted it. The land down the mountain on the way to this other side is looks like the forest has begun to reclaim the area, but you can see very distinctly where that ends and this almost cursed looking land begins. It is approaching the end of the day, but you don't have to stop traveling yet.
Is Mesh's Folly in sight?
No. You're right at the edge between you see that intersection between a green mountain, an orange mountain, and a gray mountain? You're like right at that edge.
Oh, okay, it's the middle of my line.
Yeah. From here, it's another like full day travel to get to Mesh's Folly. You could get another hex though today if you so chose.
All right. What's the nearest elevation from here? Like not climbing a mountain, but like what's the next big hill we're gonna come across?
You guys are on the mountain.
Oh, we're on the top of the hill.
Yes, you're passing through the mountains right now.
Okay. Well, I'll get up on top of the cart and pull up the spyglass and using my good eye, look in that general direction to the north. So I'm gonna see if there's any, structures, signs of civilization, etc., on the neighboring hilltops.
All right. Give me a perception check. Well, you go looking. You don't see any signs of civilization out here. Just
Good.
wilderness. You do spot something, however, on the horizon. It's a bird.
Is it a drow bird?
No, but it seems like kind of a big bird due to its relative movement.
Is it yellow?
No, it's not Zapdos. Oh,
Wrong.
big bird.
Wrong,
I
big
see.
bird.
You could understand my confusion. It was one of two yellow birds.
Is it red and scaly?
All right.
No, but as it banks, you do get a better view of it. Looks kind of like this.
All right. Well, I'll hand the spyglass over to Neelice and kind of point in the general direction. Hey, Druid gal, do you guy or gal? I forget.
Gal.
Gal. Druid gal, do you know what that is?
Go to be able to recognize that, right?
Give me a nature check.
9.
9.
That's a rock.
Yeah, it's just a pebble. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we should avoid that if we think it's a
Is
particular
that in the
threat.
direction we're heading?
Yes.
It'll be fine. I'm pretty sure they don't eat eyes.
I don't think they're a particular threat to us by itself, but if there's anything around it, it is going to be a hassle.
Yeah, we have Lehman's tiny hut. It won't be an issue.
Yep. So keep marching. Probably get us in a valley and then rest there.
Alrighty. You guys setting a watch order?
Yeah, I'll take third and fourth.
I'll take first and second.
I'll take first as well.
Are we doing 10 hour?
We need to. Between two elves.
No,
we can-
because we have a 4-hour rest for us.
Oh yeah, 2 elves.
Fucking elves.
Damn knife ears.
Just another reason for me to wipe out their kind in the next setting. Alright. You guys bunk down for a rest. It's a quiet night. Uneventful. Uninteresting. But restful. The sun begins to crest the horizon, kind of obscured by the mountains, and I think we'll call it there for the night.
All right.